Before we launch our intrepid pirogue further out to sea, I must disclose that for the most part, my references to Derrick's work this evening are drawn from selected poems, FSG 2007, and the Antilles, Fragments of Epic Memory. Also, Farrar, Straus, and Giraud, 1992. Selected poems I have chosen for its span of Derrick's work from In a Green Night, 1962, to Star Apple Kingdom, 1979, to Omerous, 1990, right up to Prodigal. It contains most of my Walcott favorites, and its editor, Professor Eddie Bohr, friend and scholar, has capped it with a wonderful introduction which greatly aids the task to which I have been assigned by a certain aforementioned Governor General. The equitable Eddie Bohr offers both a rigorous eye and a temperate understanding of both poet and poetry that makes a masterful selection of islands from the oceans of Derrick's work. If in some cruel world you had to choose one volume of Walcott, this would be the one to keep by your bedside. And now to sea. The phrase, a whole country, is lifted from Walcott's Nobel Lecture, The Antilles, Fragments of Epic Memory. It appears in the end of a passionate evocation of Caribbean culture, history, landscape, where he exclaims how quickly it could all disappear. The passage ends with his lament that a morning could come in which governments might ask what happened, not merely to the forest and the bays, but to a whole people. His worry is real. For many of us who live here, the fragility of our microcosm concerns us deeply. We feel a need to preserve our moorings to this place, the anchor of our being. I recall from memory rather than script Derrick's assertion in an interview that you cannot separate Bob Marley from the mountains of Jamaica, nor any Caribbean poet from the sea. As a people, inseparable in so many ways from the landscape we inhabit, we depend on our environment for our physical and spiritual wholesomeness. We wish to belong. For us who are still trying to reconcile separation, transplantation, loss, restoration, it is important to belong. More so as the world intrudes with its untraceable money and unlimited appetite. We are afraid of this new empire, the rumored connivance and complicity. We feel betrayed. We cannot quite believe that our governments would wake in any morning, now or in any foreseeable future, to ask what happened to forest, bays, or even us. And this is tragic, because if it is true, it means that we have already begun to die. For those of us who see beach and forest and savanne and waterfall as communal spaces, who believe in the concept of the state as custodian, it is both incredible and sad that our battle for patrimony, relevance, for identity, for holding on to those shared spaces should bring us into such violent conflict with that very state which once stood as defender and protector. So we must ask, how did we come to be at war with our governments, with each other, tribally divided, instead of united in our common interest, against the strife and discord which dimmed her children's toil and rest? It is that same strife and discord we hear running in Walcott's warning, like a voice of the sea, uncurling in an ancient conch, resonating with all the angst of recent headlines. How quickly it could disappear, and how it is beginning to drive us further into where we hope are impenetrable places, green secrets at the end of bad roads, headlands where the next view is not of a hotel, but of some long beach without a figure of the hanging question of some fisherman's smoke at its far end.